Trailer park Edomites threaten, almost hit Jake with truck. New heaven, new earth. I want to give all the honor, glory, and praises to the Most High Yahawah and His only begotten Son, YAHAWASHI, whom the word ignorantly called Jesus, because the letter J didn't exist 2,000 years ago, neither did the English language. Double honors to my elders at Great Millstone, taught me the truth of the Spirit. Single honors to the elect. Peace and blessings to the 1/3, and to the confusion faces in the four corners of the earth. Shalom. This is another reason why you see us out on the highways and byways preaching the word, the truth, because you know the racism and the hatred that has been shown towards so-called Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans, and primarily, you know, Jade, which would be Judah, the head tribe, so-called Negroes. This goes to show you that when the Bible's talking about salvation and redemption, I mean, how in the world, literally in this world that we live in, can people say that God so loved the world when like the entire world had us in the captivity, right? And the same people who sanctioned it by the government, United States government, same people still show that hatred towards us, and they had us in captivity. Going back to Jacob and Esau, that perpetual hatred. So right here it says 2 California men were caught on film threatening a black, they say black, but we Israelites, melanated people, all right? Different shades of brown. So we're gonna say so-called black utilities worker, nearly running him over with their trucks as they chased him out of their trailer park. A chilling video shows. That's crazy. They're in a trailer park at that. I actually have a precept of Ecclesiasticus or Sirach in the Apocrypha, chapter 25, verse 2. 3 sorts of men my soul hateth, and I am greatly offended of their life. A poor man that is proud. They in the trailer park. A rich man that is a liar, and an old adulterer that doteth. Alright, so these guys in a trailer park, and they proud as hell. Because if you look at the title, it says, get the fuck out of here. And it says 2 white men chase down a corner black worker with pickup trucks in a California neighborhood. So Jake is walking around with the think about it. I know he has a uniform on, right? Because they say he's blatantly say he's a utility worker right here. The young man's identity has not been confirmed, but he was dressed in a work uniform, complete with a photo ID badge for SFE California, an energy supplier known for its door-to-door sales methods. Okay, so he was doing his job, right? As the man was doing his job, walking down a public street in a mobile home community, a large white truck suddenly swooped alongside him. Pardon me. Salonike, that was Eve. So as it says, as the man was doing his job, walking down a public street in the mobile home community, a large white truck suddenly swooped alongside him. The driver was already recording. He yelled out the window, "Dude, there's been burglaries in here." Who the fuck is robbing in the trailer park? Come on, y'all. Meth heads to gather some change? Like, come on, man. This is going to show you the hatred Esau has. And you're making people paranoid. He added, get the fuck out of here now. So, going back to a precept I want to bring out really quick. I'm just going to bring this out real quick. Amos chapter 1 verse 11. Thus saith the Lord, for 3 transgressions of Edom, and for 4 I will not turn away the punishment thereof, because he did pursue his brother with the sword, and did cast off all pity, and his anger did tear perpetually, and he kept his wrath forever. Esau, Edom, so-called white man, they are biblically known as the Edomites. They are descended from Esau. You can research Herod the Edomite. There's so much information. But it goes to show you that it said he did pursue his brother with the sword. People don't understand how spiritual it is that the so-called Negro here in America, our closest relative here on earth is the so-called white man. That blow your mind, don't it? Yes, they are literally our twin brother, but not identical twin brother. That's why the tension between us is so It's always clashing like that. Because they literally was in the same womb together. Right? That's why it's always been a perpetual hatred, even going back to the Greco-Roman times, because we were the people of the Bible. We were John, we were Matthew, we were Mark, we were Luke. All right, we were Paul, we were all of those Israelites who you call Jews in the Bible. Anyhow, and they say he did pursue his brother with a sword. Remember, Esau's blessing was what? The sword and the fatness of the earth. They are literally pursuing him, and he's doing his job. And you know how Esau is. Esau's a coward. And Esau run up on a Jake, 9 times out of 10, he got what? He got that sword with him, that gun. The modern day sword is the gun. You know, we saw a video about a month and a half, maybe 2 months ago, this Edomite was pressing this Jake that was preaching. And kind of find out he had a tool on him. Jake got the upper hand on him, and Jake was like, I should pull the hammer back on you. I should pull the hammer back on you. And Esau was crying, oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, Esau's a fucking coward, man, you know? But nonetheless, though, it just goes to show you that perpetual hatred. I don't want to make this long, but I just want to get to the point. You know, so Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 4 and 16. Behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him, but the just shall live by his faith. We, so-called Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans, out there on the highways and byways, the Lord said in Revelation 13, 9 and 10, any man that have an ear, let him hear. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints. That's what we have faith in, that the Lord's going to redeem us. And the Lord said, be ye angry, but sin not. Meaning what? Don't take matters into your own hand like Nat Turner. You know what I'm saying? Don't be like Marcus Garvey. You understand what I'm saying? The Lord said, wait ye upon me till I rise up against the prey. Because the Lord also said, this is the book of Habakkuk, chapter 2, verse 16. Thou art filled with shameful glory. Because Esau, our brother, they glorified in what they did to us. All right, it's a book called Nature Knows No Color Line. And the first postcards with pictures of us being charred, known as barbecue, where the word barbecue come from, and picnics. Oh, that's pretty much what they were picking it there. And the one that they picked, which the little kids would pick, they were pretty much tortured and mutilated. All right? Yes. Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 16. Thou art filled with shameful glory. Drink thou also, and let thy foreskin be uncovered. The cup of the Lord's right hand shall be turned unto thee, and shameful spewing shall be on thy glory. And that's what's happening right now. That's why they have this critical race theory going on. And YAHAWASHI, QADASH, RAWACHAA, to the elder brother Malcolm, because he has a page called Critical Race Theory, and he's pretty much debunking and revealing the secrets and the lies that Esau has pretty much been putting out there. The lies they've been put out, and the secrets they've been holding back. You know, pretty much the shameful spewing on America is that America was built off of slavery. And you want to hide from that? The entire world was in on it. How can you try to hide that from the world? But they go to show the pride of Esau. You know what I'm saying? But 2 Peter chapter 3, verse 13 through 14. Nevertheless, we, according to his promise, this is what the saints are looking for, look for new heavens and a new earth wherein dwelleth righteousness. That's what we're looking for. Because this Jake right here is doing this job, law-abiding citizen, still getting harassed by Esau. I mean, that's no different than back when it was a hardcore bondage. If we were to go from one plantation to another plantation, we were like sending a message or an item, we would have like a badge over us, you know. And then as we were walking through, if we saw Edomites and they saw us out there, and they seen we had the name tag on, they seen that we were owned by somebody. So guess what? They couldn't kill us, they couldn't harm us, because guess what? We were property. That's where the origin of insurance came from. Really came from us being their property. All right, I think that was in the movie 12. Was it the 12 Years a Slave? When I think Solomon Northup was walking through, and they seen they was like the torturing one Jake, but they seen he had the name tag on him and let him go. I think that was in Solomon 12 Years a Slave, if I'm not mistaken. But nonetheless, 2 Peter chapter 3, verse 14, I'm going to close out. Wherefore, beloved, seeing that ye look for such things, be diligent that ye may be found of him in peace, without spot, and blameless. So with that being said, I truly pray y'all was edified, fast, stay in spirit or fear, just endure it. Ask for forgiveness, pray without ceasing, stay humble, Remain diligent. Kwama Allah. Much love aboard. Shalom.